Simone Biles takes a step back from competition and the internet loses its. As a two-time Olympian, I have 5 things to say about this. Number 1, 99.999% of people have absolutely no idea what they're talking about when it comes to this. They never competed at this level. Even like I mentioned, I competed in 2 Olympic Games. I can't even imagine the kind of pressure that someone at Simone Biles' level with the way the media and this country built her up leading into these games. I can't imagine the kind of pressure that she was under. One person in particular who really doesn't know what he's talking about, but loves to weigh in on things like this, is Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan puts out this tweet. Are mental health issues now the go-to excuse for any poor performance in elite sport? What a joke. Just admit you did badly, made mistakes, and will strive to do better next time. Kids need strong role models, not this nonsense. That leads me to point number 2. We do need strong role models, Piers. That's the one thing you said in that tweet that is actually accurate. Kids need strong role models. And I can't think of a better role model than Simone Biles, who with all the pressure she has on her, all the people she wants to please, the fans she doesn't want to disappoint, has the power, the strength within her to step back and protect herself and her mental health. Studies have shown that mental health disorders among the adolescents are on the rise. In fact, studies show that 20% of adolescents have a diagnosable mental health disorder, 20%. And those 20% now have a role model who says, no, I am not going to be pressured by the governing bodies, the fans, the haters. I am going to take care of my health first and foremost. That's exactly the kind of role model we need. Number 3, Simone Biles, we built her up as the GOAT. She's still the greatest of all time. You can't take that away from her. She has more medals. She has more wins. Guys, she has nothing left to prove. Think about that for a second. If you've done everything that she has done in gymnastics, what is there left for her to prove? There's something about the intrinsic value of getting better and better and better. It's one of the reasons I ran competitively all the way through my peak years and into, that back end of that bell curve. I truly wanted to leave the sport saying, I found out how good I could be. And she's done that. She can't get any better. She's the greatest of all time. She has nothing to prove. And if the GOAT wants to step away from the competition for a little bit, GOAT gets to do what GOAT wants to do. Then that, of course, leads me to number 4. Why would she want to compete if she's not having fun, if she's not enjoying it, and more importantly, she's not getting paid? Now, I know what you're saying. She's worth millions of dollars. Yes, she has her contracts with sponsors, and I'm sure the sponsors aren't real happy. She's going to have to deal with that, and I'm sure she's accepted personal responsibility and will deal with the sponsors when the time comes. But as far as the IOC is concerned, and as far as US Gymnastics is concerned, these are 2 entities that have done absolutely nothing to help Simone Biles. In fact, the IOC, which is estimated to make about $3 to $4 billion off these games, is going to pay the athletes $0.0. Let me say that again. The athletes, the star of the show, the entity that makes the whole thing possible, will be paid nothing for these games. I was paid $0 in Beijing, $0 in London, just like all the athletes are paid $0 for doing their part in making these incredible games. Why would Simone Biles, who again is not enjoying this clearly, why would she want to go out there just to make a bunch of rich bureaucrats at the IOC even richer and to make US Gymnastics look good? Don't even get me started on US Gymnastics and the horrible scandals that they've been going through, something that Simone Biles has spoke out very publicly. Now, I can't imagine what she's going through. I'm not going to put words in her mouth, but as an athlete who represented Team USA and represented the IOC in 2 games, making money for those rich bureaucratic really bothered me. Now, that leads me to number 5. Gymnastics is not running. It is not swimming. It is a sport unlike any other, in that if you are not on mentally, physically, if you're not firing on all cylinders, you stand a very real chance of seriously injuring yourself. As a runner, if I had a bad day, I could literally just step off the track, take off my spikes, go find a cheeseburger, and that's that. If you are flipping through the air multiple times upside down and you don't time it just right, if you're having an off day, you risk serious injury, paralysis, etc. I don't know about you, but I do not want to be doing those kind of stunts if I'm not firing on all cylinders. Good for her for recognizing that. Good for her for taking a step back. Now that leads me to one last final thought. No matter what sport it is, whether it's gymnastics, fencing, swimming, kayaking, what have you, many of our favorite Olympians are going to go through a real depression once these games are over. I say that as an athlete who went through 2 pretty dark depressions after both games. You can imagine what that's like. For 2 weeks out of every 4 years, you are the man or the woman. You are on top of the world, the entire world. 8 billion people stop what they're doing to pay attention to what you're doing. All the hard work you've put in, it's all realized. The financial gains could be there from your sponsors if you perform. You know, in my Nike contract, I had jaw-dropping bonuses if I won a medal. It would have changed my life forever, the amount of money that I would have made. So you go from that high to basically no one is going to be talking about these athletes in 2 weeks. And that is a massive, massive sugar rush to come off of. Many of these athletes are going to struggle with their identity. Many of these athletes are going to struggle financially with what their next move is. They're going to struggle just, going from the high of being in the Olympics to the low of trying to decide whether they want to train for another 3 or 4 years. One thing that helped me out a lot is you guys. When the games were over and I was struggling, having this community build me up, sending me DMs, meeting me for runs, reminding me that I'm more than a runner, it was hugely helpful, and I thank you for that. Those of you who are just following me now, continuing to support me as a creator, continuing to come out to my events, I want to say this to all the Olympians that are about to take time off and try to figure out what the next move is for them. You're more than your sport. I promise you that. And there's a whole world of opportunities waiting for you when these games are done. If any Olympian is about to retire or just needs someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to me. And if your Olympian is maybe gone quiet on social in the next few weeks, shoot them a DM, leave a comment, let them know how much you love them as a person. I truly mean this. It means the world. Thank you guys for watching.